What's going on, Cowboy? In this video, we've got a stream here going on. We're back at CNFT Tuesdays. We skipped last week. I was sick. I'm not sure what I was down with, but I'm just glad that you're here. Thank you so much for being here with us. Have you bought any lands? Right off the bat, Dopest Crew, what's going on, brother? I have landed up in Uplands Metaverse. I don't know what that is. I don't know. What's Uplands? What blockchain is that on? I have no idea. Today, though, we are talking about CNFTs on CNFT Tuesday. We've got a full panel on. We've got a lot of discussion, especially 2 giveaways that we need to do that promises to have a lot of exclusive access. And so we're going to bring those guests on right now. And the first guest here, this man serves up alpha like a waiter, flipping NFTs like he was playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. He's always on the grind for some gems he can find. He learned it all to teach you tots like a tater. He's the one, the only, the crypto warden, the crypto eagle.
Cowboy Nation, you know, just a day past Halloween, you know, we had to get in the little spirit wearing the eagle mask, and the Eagles are undefeated right now. So, I mean, never too wrong. You can never go too wrong with it.
Welcome to the stream. Are you going to keep that on the whole time like Ada Man?
No. It is way too hot. It is done already.
That's pretty hot.
The cowboy hat on, baby.
Those rubber hats are pretty hot. What's going on, guys?
Yeah,
what's happening? Glad that you're here. I'm going to have to get into more EOS. I'm not sure what that is, but there's a lot of metaverse plays out today. Are you into the metaverse? Are you, Ethan, Warden, are you looking for metaverse plays or anything at all?
I mean, I'm always just a little 50-50 split on metaverse, especially since the majority of it is still so far away. So yeah, I'm just staying away from it majority.
I hear. Well, I'm always down to check out some new stuff. What's going on, Ty? Sure. What's going on, Junine? Oh, from the Philippines. That's good stuff. All right, so let's bring on the next guest here. He's been on the show before, and so I'm glad to have him on again. Whenever this man makes moves, everybody gets rowdy. He's so high in the sky, but his vision's not cloudy. He's flying the plane. His tips are insane. This man's plays are so hot, you'd thought he was Saudi. He's the one, the only Gully. Welcome to
Gully.
the show.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you. It's always nice to be back.
Of course, glad to have you. I'm glad we've got like crystal clear audio, crystal clear video, especially for you and our next guest. So we're willing to bring him. We're ready to bring him on. What's going on, Curly Knox? Here we go. People say they love it, but he really live it. Check his moves in the game. You know they deliberate. His plans are all clever, new heights you can't measure. His project's not fancy, it's exquisite. It's the one, the only Esco. What's going on, brother?
What up? Man, this is gonna be fun. Gully's one of my favorite people in the space, man. I mean, you guys, but me and Gully vibes.
I'm glad to have you both on here. I'm glad to have, but look, no friendly kid gloves on today. We want to see your projects. About a month and a half ago, I asked Esco, he was on the stream, and I asked him, hey, what are you building in the bear market? He said, Aaron, I can't say, bro. I can't say. I'm like, come on, you got to tell me. And he was like, bro, I just can't say right now. I said, okay, respect. But I need to have you on the stream when you can say. So we literally booked this like maybe a month and a half ago, and I've been waiting for this day. It's now November. I want to know, in this bear market, while everyone's, either scared of their bags or scared to trade or scared to invest, and then they get depressed and they, go do some other stuff. They forget about crypto. They stop building. Esco, tell me what you're building, what you got planned, what's going on here, what's going on still, what's happening. So,
Yeah, dude. So a month and a half ago, I couldn't really tell you too much because we're still under development. We're about like 60% of the APIs. Some people may think of them as utilities and stuff for the project. I started sort of the unorthodox way that NFTs usually go. I'm building before minting anything. I'm self-funding it before we, do any crowdfunding. So that's why I've been kind of holding all this information in, because the space is really competitive, and as soon as you come out with something, it seems like somebody else comes out with something similar. So a month and a half ago, we weren't necessarily all there, but now we've released a little bit more information. And to fill you in kind of the basic overview of it, the project's name is Ruggable Me, and is a platform dedicated to designing and building utilities to create value for rug pull, cash grabs, and undesirable NFTs on chain and in real life, as well as repurposing them. So that's kind of, the oversight of that. So we're just trying to give rug pulls and undesirable NFTs a second life, a second opportunity, create value for them in many different ways.
Okay, so hold on. Use lizard brain terms for me, brother. Okay. So I've got it's you're taking an NFT that no one likes and you're giving it utility. Is that what it is?
Right. So I'm building a little ecosystem to foster value for undesirable NFTs. So for example, the door to this ecosystem is called the Ruggable Exchange, which on our website right now, we have like the light version of it. If you go to the website, it's ruggable.me. That's literally the website, is the literal name of the project. And if you click on the Ruggable Exchange Lite right there, it'll take you to a very simple, copy and paste to send on your Eternal or Nami or whatever. You send an undesirable NFT plus 12 ADA contribution, and then you receive one of our opportunity tokens. So this token is going to obviously have its set of utilities, and these are the things that we're working on right now. We're going to be launching the platform with two main utilities for the token, one of them being instant gratification based, and then the other one being more of a long-term, higher value, lower probability utility. So those are the two utilities, and then that we're going to launch a project with. And I'm not going to discuss them right yet because obviously I don't want to give out the juice. But and then we're also coming up with other APIs to continue to build this ecosystem. One of them being a loyalty claim API, which is like if you hold our assets, you'll be able to claim an asset. I guess some things I just have to tell you. I guess you'll be able to claim an asset that rewards you for your loyalty to the project for being a holder. So it's kind of like a token, but not really. And then there'll be another API called the Opportunity Bank, which will have a whole nother set of utilities. So just building an ecosystem for creating value, really.
Okay. So real quick, I want to say big ups to Sin City Crypto. I met this guy in Las Vegas with the Warden at CNFT Con. He was very gracious to show us around his thing. Thank you so much for the super chat. If you guys are looking for a live stream every day, Sin City Crypto is one of the best. He rolls with me with BitBoy Crypto on the ATB show, all that kind of stuff. He's a good guy. Really knowledgeable about a lot of the macro, especially. So thank you so much for the super chat, Esco. So if I get this straight, I give you an NFT. I send over 12 ADA, which is currently like $3-4. Send over that, and then you give me what's called an opportunity token. Okay, right. You just pulled that up. You said there were two utility things attached to that token. Could you list those out again for me really quick?
Right. So there's going to be two basic utilities. So the platform is to design multiple uses for this token, right? But we're going to launch the project with two. And one of them is an instant gratification based utility, as in like you'll be able to use that token for instant gratification. And then there's going to be Exactly. I don't want to tell you all this shit, but I'm telling you that one of them.
What does that mean, bro? It's like a microwave? What's going on?
Yeah, one of them will have like an instant result, and then the other one will be something that you take part in on a longer type of reward participation. So, yeah.
What? Am I getting this? Are you guys, Warden, Gully? Do you guys know what he's talking about here? I'm not.
I mean, as Esco told you, we vibe together and stuff.
Yeah,
so I do have a little inside track. I can ask a question like, you've built an ecosystem, right, for this to sort of reward people who are loyal to your project, Esco. Can you tell people like what criteria or what checklist you may have had in order to, when you're going around and grabbing these assets to now reward your loyal users, what have you done in order to sort of assure that those will not only give value but maintain value in the future?
Right. So for example, we're going to have a mint at some point, right? And being a holder, some projects call it staking, some projects call it baking, some projects call it whatever. We're going to implement our own loyalty claim mechanism, right? So the project and you can track your loyalty as a holder. And you're going to, that's separate. That's just for holding the asset. I've been building a treasury for the past like 6 months. And in this treasury, I'm building the treasury with assets that have long-term residual, either residual incomes or revenue streams, right? For example, I hold 100 IDO founders passes. You know what I mean? I bought them when they minted. They minted for 75. Now they're worth, I think, like average 600. You know what I mean? So those passes are going to have benefits to the project in the form of airdrops and so on and so on. And those airdrops are going to be distributed down a certain way to the holders of the NFTs.
Correct.
So the whole building this project, in order for you to create value for something that otherwise is worthless, you have to set up a foundation that has microtransactional revenue streams in the form of contributions, and also a treasury that has revenue streams in the form of, like, for example, cabin staking in the Ape Society for Ape Society tokens. So it's really important for the treasury of this project to be really robust, to have all of these incomes, so to speak, in order for those benefits to be passed down to the holders. As well as I said, the door to this, by being a holder of one of our NFTs down the line when we mint them, is to get these opportunity tokens that will be like the in-platform, in-ecosystem token to participate in these things that then will give you value.
Sure. So you're saying that you've built up a treasury, one of creating bringing in assets like IDO Pass that generate passive income for the treasury, and two, that people who do send over their undesirable NFTs to you, it's also coming with that contribution. So there's two streams of income here, building up this treasury.
There'll be many. There's many. Those are just the two that I'm disclosing right now. Okay. Like in our partnerships, for example, the Ruggable Exchange, when you send us an undesirable NFT plus 12 ADA, you just get a token, right? But we're going to be able to also incentivize you and say, if you send us a Hosky cash grab NFT, you will actually receive a 3 ADA rebate with the opportunity token. So now you are being, your contribution to the project was reduced by 3 ADA. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
And then let's just say that we partner up with IDO Pass DAO, which is one of our partners. And if you hold an IDO Pass in the same wallet that you sent us that Husky cash grab NFT, now you're going to get a compounding 0.5 ADA for holding one of those assets. So now your contribution to the project got reduced by 3.5 ADA. So there's going to be, we're going to form partnerships with projects by incentivizing the holders of our projects to also support their projects. And those partnerships have a benefit to us that we will pass down to the holders of our NFT and stuff like that. So the project is a whole ecosystem of give and take, so to speak.
Yeah. So you said that there are two benefits of having the opportunity token. One is an instant gratification. So I'm assuming something you get back instantly. And then
Right.
two is a long-term gratification, something like a passive type of income that's coming through the wallet.
Yeah, or something that you take part in, and it's not necessarily instant, but at some point, you know, you could. How do I explain this without giving it away?
Let me pause you for a second, guys. If you're listening to this, some of the trouble that Esco is having is because that while his project is still rolling out, people can still take some of those ideas and implement it before he's able to, or you know what I mean. So it's really like intellectual property that he's trying to protect here. So Esco, go ahead. I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah. So you hit it on the nail. So one of them is going to be instant gratification. Let's just say you use the token and something comes back at you right on the moment. It just, you know, is an instant gratification based utility. And then there's going to be another one that is going to be you use your token and you might be rewarded, you know, with a really high reward down the line. So it will take a little bit of time to partake in that. And then there's other mechanisms and other utilities that we're developing that are all collaborative based. So we can collaborate with other projects that will bring value to the holders of our projects and also value to them in the form of, for example, rebates and so on at the exchange.
Right. So what's stopping me from like making my own NFTs and then like just sending it over to you? Like, I'm going to make a cowboy NFT. I already know it's a bad NFT.
You can totally do that because remember that there is a contribution associated with that NFT, and that contribution is what mainly the project runs on, not the NFT itself.
So what if I have a whole bag of IDO pass? You know, it'll reduce that contribution then too, right?
Well, they're compounding per category. So the exchange is going to have the featured rug category. Let's just say that if a featured rug, so let's just say that we're featuring 3 different projects that have rugs, and there's a rebate associated with that one. And let's just say, for example, right now, the Husky Cash Grab, it grants you 3 ADA rebate. Well, if you send, so there's Husky Cash Grab, and let's say, I don't know, Shapes ADA, you know, another project that there's a whole bunch and they're like 5 ADA. And you send another, the featured asset that you send in will grant you that rebate. But when in the other categories, it's just the one that grants you the most. It's not compounding internally to that category. It is compounding per category. Okay. So if you have more than one IDO pass, it only gives you 1 rebate, not 30 of them if you have 30 of them, because otherwise your contribution would be 0.
Got it. Curly Knox has a question here. So if they are classified on JPEG as a rug, you get higher rebate or reward?
If it's featured in, if it's featured and shown on the Ruggable exchange, then it will let you know what's the rebate that you get back. So if we go to the website right now and you go to Ruggable Me, and you go to the exchange light on the tab, then you will see that if you scroll down a little bit, right below the copy exchange address, it will tell you, you know, featured rug, cash grabs, and undesirable NFTs, and it lists Milk NFT 5 ADA rebate, Husky Cash Grab 3 ADA rebate. So if you send the ones that are being featured, then you will receive the according rebate back with your opportunity token.
Okay, so they got to be featured there before you get some kind of rebate or whatever benefit that.
Right. It will definitely be shown what are the rebates being granted and for you know and for what.
Yeah. Okay, good deal. So one thing that I know that you like to do is give back to the community. And so, guys, we have a couple of giveaways to do here. Let me pull this back up. We have a couple of giveaways to do, but of course, we want to be able to do that with only play to earn around here. And so Esco has generously given an opportunity for all of us to win a opportunity token for free if you just know how to play Hangman here. So let me just go ahead and pull this up here. One of my favorite games here. Here, let me bring up. Curly Knox had another question here.
Make sure Resin's not in the chat right now.
Resin, I saw Resin in the chat, bro. Resin is a fiend in this. Are you planning to list historical rugs? Is a good question.
Oh man, we're gonna have fun hitting them all. To be really honest,
Okay.
we're gonna incentivize a lot of on-chain rugs because there's a repurposing part of our project down the line, and it really makes a lot of sense to repurpose on-chain assets because they are immutable and their pictures will never go away. You know, unlike IPFS-based assets that could eventually go blank if the original founder doesn't maintain their hosting account. So there's so much information to unpack, and that's why once the whole thing is built, I'll be able to like literally run you down every single thing because at that point we're going public, you know, and then we don't have we have a few competitors doing rug related projects, and that's why I'm being a little bit extra careful with this.
Gotcha. Okay, so and especially if they're gonna start stealing your stuff, that's not good at all. All right, so here's the game, Hangman. It's classic rules here. We're gonna do. Oh, by the way, Ethan and Gully, do you guys have any responses really quick to Ruggable, me, all that Esco's building up here?
I just like to say that it's nice to see a project that's trying to figure out how to solve a problem that is obviously pervasive in CNFT space, which is, you know, projects, not necessarily people who are trying to rug you, but they were in over their head, or they didn't budget properly for a bear market, never thought the market was going to go down, and now they're out of money. So it's nice to see projects coming around and trying to help the community figure out something that they can do, almost a way of like recycling them.
Yeah, recycling is a good word for it, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Like,
Ethan, how about you?
I mean, I do agree with Gully. I love that you're just trying to do this idea with recycling these rug pulled NFTs just to give a little more incentive to them. But my main question is, how do you plan on sustaining this treasury to where these people will continue to trade in your coin, or let alone, because like I see that the royalties were set at 25% according to your website. So is that a way that you plan on sustaining your treasury?
So the whole ecosystem works based on that contribution, right? Like I'm saying, at the Ruggable exchange. So as of right now, you see that, and this is something that's really important because it's a self-sustaining non-self-sabotaging foundation. So it prioritizes on itself first. The second beneficiary is the participant, and then the third beneficiary is the operator. So the team eats after, you know, in that same order. So for example, you see that the contribution is set at 12 ADA, right? 1.5 of that ADA comes back to you with the opportunity token because of the UTXO model. So right there, you can already tell that now your contribution is actually at 10.5 ADA. We are going to incentivize through the rebates and we're going to incentivize our partnerships with these rebates, right? If I partner up with Ideal Pass DAO, he's going to give us a benefit every month that we can pass down to our holders. And in exchange, we're going to give their holders a rebate incentive at the Ruggable exchange, right? So we're going to grant rebating down to the lowest of 5.5 ADA. We cannot go lower than 5.5 ADA at the exchange because that is the minimum that the project runs on itself. You know what I mean? At 5.5 ADA, the project is running at a net zero, no loss, no gain. You know what I mean? So this project was actually built for the participant's greatest benefit. You know what I mean? If you hold our NFT and you get that rebate, if you hold one of our partners' assets and you get that rebate, if you send in one of the incentivized assets in exchange, you know, a rug pull and you get that rebate, if you delegate to one of our partner pools and you get that rebate, then the project actually works for you because you lowered your contribution down to the operation cost of the project itself. At that point, the project is working for you. So I just mentioned the 4 categories that you will see facilitate partnerships. For example, like we're going to partner up with Bone Pool. He's one of my friends. He's now one of the Husky pools, you know, that you can claim Husky tokens. And for example, we're going to incentivize people to delegate to his pool. And every month he's going to give our project a benefit that we can pass down to the holders of our NFTs. So these are the ways that we're going to be creating value for the project. So that said, when you lower your contribution down to 550, you know, that is a net zero. So the project at that point covers itself, the cost of operating and everything. So if the project invested, then we'll have to get into that. So that said, so the contribution cannot go lower than 5.5, because at that 5.5 it covers all operating costs. And I'll leave it there.
Got it.
Cool. Thank you.
Right.
I had one more question.
No doubt.
So how do you plan on limiting? Is there a certain way you guys plan on limiting like the amount of coin/tokens that someone can mint per wallet?
No, this is there's going to be a 2.5 million supply of the tokens, because this is going to be, this is going to be like the native sort of, I wouldn't say currency, because we're not giving it a dollar value, right? It's a utility token. It is a utility-based asset that you will be able to use to participate in the utilities that we design and we implement. That as a result, you benefit in whether it is in IRL utility or NFT assets and stuff like that. So the tokens, or you know, the opportunity tokens are actually a utility-based thing, and some of these utilities will require more than one, obviously, and so on like that. So without giving too much, you know, there's just a 2.5 million supply. And in reality, I would just accumulate them, because in a bull market, what right now is, you know, $2 may not be so when the value translates. I don't know how to explain that.
Mm-hmm. But would that apply just with the same with the OG tokens as well, or do you guys plan on?
Okay, so right. So the current OG token that is in the exchange, it's exactly just that. I kind of snuck it in, and I was telling Aaron about this, that this token actually gives you OG status in the Discord. This is like the equivalent of our OG pass. Some projects launch this OG pass as a full-on mint, you know what I mean, like 60 ADA and so on and so on. And instead, since I'm not a developer or anything like that, I have business experience in real life. I manage a couple businesses that I own in real life. So I have business experience and business management experience, but I don't have all of this like computer tech savvy stuff going on. So I just came into Web3 because I really am enjoying it. And I'm trying to make sure that I step really slowly in the progression of developing this, because I don't have experience with this type of stuff. So I used our opportunity token, which in reality is our OG sort of OG pass token, to test our exchange at the same and in the same process, rewarding those who are testing this stuff with us. You know what I mean? So this is the very first API that I developed with our project developer, and from the testing phase, we learned a lot. You know, we ran into API issues with the refunding. All of this type of stuff. That's why it's only 10 ADA, and it's already rebate incentivized and stuff like that. So it's a learning experience and really going slowly to build this little ecosystem that we're building.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Esco's giving out 2 opportunity tokens here. One of them, which is going to be played to earn here. The game is Hangman. So Esco, thank you so much for giving 2 of them away on this stream here. And this one has, since we're back, and also, by the way, Sanchi and anyone else who's asked, thank you so much. I was doing better. It was really like a 1.5 day, 1 day thing. I like to say I got a strong immune system. I say a third world immune system, but lately I've got a root canal, and I got like like a gated community immune system now. So this is just how it operates. We're gonna go from left to right: Gully, Warden, and then Esco, and then it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy, this is not good. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters here. Okay, 9. It's the biggest one. And then those 3 will guess. Anyone who guesses in the chat first, if they guess it on the stream first, they get to pick whoever wins. And this is for an opportunity token, 1 of 2. Gully, kick us off here.
I'll do the letter N.
N. Oh boy, hold on. Yeah, it's in there. It's in there.
Oh, yeah, this man better check. He always be messing
It's
it
in
up.
there.
Oh, let's go. Wow, you didn't tell us what the subject is. No,
No subject, man. This is the world. It's the world. It's everything in the world and out of the world. It's everything. There's no subject. There's no hint here.
I'm gonna go with an A.
A is not on there, my friend.
Wow.
What am I drawing? I know what I'm gonna draw. Here we go. We're gonna draw like a little mask guy.
I will go with an I. N and I is usually hang together.
I believe you're wrong.
Wow.
That's right. Go ahead, Gully.
There'll have to be an E.
E, yeah, that's in there. Hold on, let me see where it's at.
Damn, Gully's hitting him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll just let Gully guess for all of us.
2 E's.
Right
Now you guys are helping me process of elimination, right?
That's good. Go ahead, Ethan.
I'm gonna go with an M.
An M. That's wrong.
Over 2.
Sheesh. H.
H. H is what? The H, dude. That's wrong too.
Oh, hell no.
I'll say R.
R. Man, Gully, dude. Gully gets killing the game.
3 for
here.
3. I see a T in the chat from Curly, so I'm gonna go with T.
T. That's tough. Because that's wrong.
Oh man, F. I don't know why, but
F. Are you sure? 'Cause you got it,
Boom.
bro.
ooh, let's go.
Fantastic.
Oh, there's a Letterman guess.
Nah. That's
I'll say O.
Oh my gosh.
What is that?
Is it Jefferson?
Boom!
Yeah.
William LeClaire got it
Boom.
first.
Yes, sir.
Boom! Jefferson. And you with one. Is that a good ruggable me? Come on, tell me that's not good.
You're doing the ski mask?
I was drawing a ski mask, man.
He's
You
trying
didn't
his
see it.
best.
It's the same thing. It's a ski mask. It's the same thing. All right, William LeClaire, you won yourself an opportunity token courtesy of Esco here. Let me make sure that I get if you could do something for me, go ahead and follow Ruggable Me and then hop in the Discord, the saloon, and send me your wallet address, and you could win one of those for sure. Who's Jefferson? Look, okay, I just pick difficult words.
Justin
right?
Jefferson, wide receiver.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking Justin Jefferson the second I saw it.
No, guys, freaking Thomas. Tommy,
Thomas.
okay, the original.
No. We're in a new era here. Great
All right, guys.
receivers.
Look, I put out I want to shift gears here. I put out a video today, not saying that you guys have to see it or that you did see it. None of that. The topic was, why is the CNFT space exploding? Why is the CNFT space blowing up? If anyone is in here who doesn't know, and I don't assume them to do because I carry different weight and different chains here. I'm new to the CNFT space, but in the last month, probably 3 weeks even, floors have been pumping like crazy. We already know about Ape Society. I already saw Chronic. If you guys see Chronic, guessed it correctly, but guessed it a little late. So my boy Chronic here, he's one of the biggest sellers of the Ape Society. He's beneficiaries. If you guys don't know, check out his YouTube channel, Daily Chronicles. Him and Chrissy have a lot of good alpha on new NFT projects. But NFT space is blowing up. All these projects, not just Ape Society. Stuff like Yummy or Mallards or even the small stuff like block owls and all the stuff, all the
I would
stuff.
say the Ape Society, though, sort of exploding the way that it did. Like before September, those things were less than 3K. And we saw the floor get as high as 15,000. So a lot of profit was taken from that project. And a lot of ETH and Sol money had kind of come in and utilized that project because they saw people sort of message tweeting like, oh, look at the yield I'm getting from the society token. And this is equates to X amount of ADA per day, per week, per month, et cetera, et cetera. So as people were buying in and people were taking profits, then those profits began to pour out to other projects that people either wanted exposure to or wanted to increase their exposure to.
So you said that it's new money here from ETH and Sol. Do you have a way of checking that? Because I checked on Blake's CNFT. I've got a clip of it. He said that it's actually re-engaged wallets that have, and he checked on like what, I don't even know what the website was, like Guac NFT or something like that, avocado NFT, something like that. I've never heard of this before in my life. I trust Blake. I don't know Blake's research skills like that though. All right, that being said on camera, do you have like some kind of proof? Is it anecdotal? Do you check different wallets? You know, like help me understand where you're coming from with this.
For me, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just in the natural order of things, right? When people take money, like when people are buying up floors, that means people are selling off assets. And so generally speaking, people are going to increase their, like, it's not really worth cashing out your ADA when we're at 40 cents. Nobody got into ADA to cash out at 40 cents. So you need to find another use for something like that. And you're going to pour into those assets that you believe in, like the projects you believe in, and you see opportunity still, floors that hadn't pumped for a while. I mean, it wasn't long ago. You can get into block owls for 250. Now you're going to be lucky to get into it under 700. So I just people who went in and started buying up other projects that they really liked, myself being one of the ones who got out of Ape Society, and I really went hard into getting my collection sort of more complete in the Aidonauts.
Gotcha. Because I'm getting reports of my audio being weird and funky. Can you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if my audio is good or not? Give me a thumbs up. Is it currently bad right now?
Your audio is fine.
Your audio is fine, yeah.
Your
The video is a
visuals
little weird.
they're not keeping up.
Video. Okay, so I got a new camera. I don't know how to operate it yet. I just plugged it in. I'm just like, okay, we'll just try to figure this out. I might have to switch to my regular camera, but if it's that bad, I'll definitely switch it. However, well, the comment still continues. This is going to be my separate side camera. What are your thoughts, Esco? Your thoughts on the explosion of CNFT space?
I mean, I think just, I mean, you know how I feel about it. We usually talk about it pretty often. I personally believe that a big part of it just relates to how ADA is moving in the market. Because, I mean, you've seen it in the past couple of weeks. ADA was down and a lot of these projects were blowing up. But, I mean, just this past week alone, ADA's come up to about 40 cents again. And majority of the things have cooled off, including Apes, who has seen a 6,000 ADA fall from its all-time high, which it was just running at these past couple of weeks. Yeah,
that's fair.
From me, I think that we have a lot of Solana refugees, to keep it real. I've been in spaces where literal projects have came in the space being like we were about to launch in Solana and we never did, and then due to all of this and that, royalties and all these problems, we're gonna launch over here. And we have also seen traders, people that trade, more often in the degen spaces that we hold all the time, making the same reference. You know what I mean? So I think that Solana kind of spooked a lot of people with the royalties thing, and they had to go to the next best thing, sort of thing. So a lot of it, I think, my personal just view, I don't have any metrics to support that. But to me, it seems like just from the human interaction that I've had, that they migrated from Solana. Quite a bit of liquid came from Solana, I think, to Cardano.
Yeah, I wish I could like track the wallets. I think I can. I just haven't put in the work in for it. I do still think it's up for debate. It seems anecdotal right now. If I could check like 50 wallets, right? and see, okay, did they have any NFTs before apes? When did they transfer in ADA? Like, that's the kind of stuff I'd be interested in looking at. I would, knowing my crazy behind, I would probably take the time and take the last 50 transactions for apes, take all of those different wallets and do one by one into Cardano scan or something like that, and just kind of go through. And I'd be interested to see that kind of statistics or whatever. Do you think that it's then rotating, right? That all that information, or rather liquidity is rotating out of apes into these smaller projects? Does that warrant, like, all these projects, all of them? Like, all these floors are just crazy pumping right now, and not just small pumps, like big pumps.
I don't think it's random either, right? You're looking at your other projects that are next in line to either have some sort of catalyst, their floors have been sort of really quiet and there's opportunity to buy in. Like I said, projects like Blockhouse, a lot of whales love that project. It's a long-term hold for a lot of people. They just like collecting it. But you've got other projects. And so that's sort of my job as somebody who likes to trade in these NFTs, is to sort of not go, oh, okay, this is the next one. What's the next one? Where should I start pouring my money into to wait and see what's going to expand and what floors are going to rise?
Yeah. Are you looking at any particular projects right now that you're like, what is the next one that Gully is like, oh, okay, this is the next one?
Well, I'm accumulating right now. I'm accumulating Ghost Chain. Because I think when Flipper comes out, that'll be a catalyst for Ghost Chain to sort of launch.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Ghost Chain is the project that it's been around for a long time, and their whole project was to launch a marketplace to compete with JPEG. It's called Flipper.io. It was originally called Free Roam, and they rebranded to Flipper.io to, I guess, a better name. Yeah, you should be able to find it. Yeah. So anyway, they, and obviously we've had some issues within the CNFT space with JPEG. There's some recent controversy, and just overall, there's been some complaints with it. So, now with this project coming out, I just see that an opportunity to accumulate this, and then, when it launches a bit, once they launch the project and you start to see the floor rise, it'll be a way to get some liquidity out.
Am I looking at the right Ghost Chain here?
Yep, you're looking at the wrong one.
Yeah.
Just go on JPG.
JPG, yeah.
Yeah, I just put it in the private chat too, but yeah, you could have gone on JPG and just clicked on the Twitter live.
You never freaking A, dude. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. They're just, they almost look like the Pac-Man ghosts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of like a clumsy ghost.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, they've been around for a while now. There's like 10,000 supply. Owning them gives you sort of some revenue from the royalties that they collect, as well. It gives you, like, you can almost be trading for free essentially, because it helps knock down some of your fees as well, the more you own. So there's a lot of people that like to collect on that, and that's a project that I'm looking at. And another project that I'm looking at that's not technically minted yet is Goofy Gopher Mining Club.
The heck is a Goofy Gopher Mining Club?
Go to the JPG, or you can go to they have a Twitter as well, actually. Goofy Gophers Mining Club. Yeah, right there at the top. Yeah.
Okay.
So they have a full collection of 8888, and they did a test mint that we minted through Flipper, and they're not even really out yet. So they did a test mint of 1,000, and they minted for 160 ADA, and they minted out like insane. So they will, once Flipper finally launches, because this is the first project being launched by Flipper, they don't want to give all the volume to JPG, obviously, to a competitor. So they're going to wait till they launch, and then they'll go and launch this project. And this project, basically, they're mining about 4 different coins. And obviously, it's kind of a payout system based on multipliers, depending on the class system you have of the Gopher.
Who's Ryan here? Who, do you know this guy?
Well, so they're docs. They're big kind of players in the ghost chain world as well, and they've done some interviews. They've been on some podcasts. Ryan is the guy, like more of a crypto guy, and Aaron is more the tech guy, like the guy who like knows how to like understands how to actually hook up miners and build these rigs out.
Okay. Is this like a game?
So
It's more of a, like a passive income play.
Right.
They're tying like real life cryptocurrency mining to an NFT project.
Yeah, so go down. Just go down again. Just sorry, but right to that chart. You see that little pie chart you keep skipping over? Like
oh yeah.
Yes. That's the yeah. So these are the coins that they're going to be mining, and so you can see 50% of it will be Bitcoin. Some will be KDA or Kadena. There'll be Litecoin and Dogecoin. Which now with Elon Musk taking over Twitter, don't kid yourself. There'll be some utility for Dogecoin going forward.
I like Dogecoin. Yeah. I like
Yeah,
Dogecoin.
I'm saying Dogecoin's not going to be a bad value at all.
No, I think Elon is going to take it to. I think Elon's going to take Dogecoin into a utility token. Honestly, I really do.
Yeah, and I think it'll be the currency for Mars. Who knows?
that would be amazing. Okay, I really do want to talk about Dogecoin, but this is CNFT Tuesday, so I'll respect it. I'll respect the Tuesday. However, are you guys on other chains, by the way? Just a quick side.
Not really. I don't venture off too much. Like VeChain, I'm interested in a few ones like the Mad V Apes and V Kings. You know, I wouldn't mind holding because I know Brad, who's like the founder of V Kings, also started one of the marketplaces there. Yeah, VC, which you guys have bought from. And other than that, there's a few projects like A Kid Called Beast is coming up on Ethereum, and that's a project that I'm looking forward to minting as well. I got whitelisted for it. So
on what chain?
Ethereum.
Okay, Ethereum. Okay. Golly, dude, I can't keep up with these NFT games, man.
It's all we do. It's literally all we do. Even when I'm at work, I'm in spaces. I'm listening about the NFTs. I'm talking about NFTs. I'm lucky in that where I work, I am like kind of alone and no one really has to bother me, and I can sort of.
Oh my gosh,
while
I'm in meetings all day. All day. Warden can testify. I'm gonna use all.
True.
There's no way,
all day long.
Zero way I could do that.
Bro, we do this every day, and that's why, like, you know, to whatever level on trading NFTs, you have to have your ear to the ground because the founder can say some ridiculous, can tweet some messed up, and literally by the time you get home from work, the floor could be like 500 less. Not even playing.
Speaking of founders saying something dumb, all right, I don't know. Look, I'm not even on Twitter like that. I'm in meetings all day. But what happened? Do you guys know anything? What happened with the founder of Apes calling someone dumb? I think it was.
Yeah.
Is that stuff? Like I saw it from Tal and Goose. They're like, I was called.
I got my hands up on this.
No, you know what, man? They were in a space. They kind of got at each other. I think one felt like one was digging at the other, and then like egos kind of got in the way, and they just kept throwing jabs at each other. Just kept escalating the situation. But they've spoken man to man, and yeah, they as Chronic's saying now, it's a dead issue. They've kissed and made up. So it's
okay.
You know that in these spaces, man, it's like, you know, like it's like in recess in high school or something. Somebody starts picking at somebody, then everybody goes a circle around it, and it just
yeah, there's an audience in these spaces, right? So exactly. You're kind of performing. Yeah,
you know,
I'm that dude too. I'm that dude to be like, yo, he said that about your mom, bro. What you gonna do about that? I am that dude who will like make it worse too, who just like agitated, like, bro, I can't believe that guy said that about you. I wouldn't take that. He said about you.
You know, just keep egging it on, like never let it die.
I've been doing that. I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now, bro. I'll be like, Goose, you hear that, bro? If you're listening on this right now,
you like slide on the DMs and shit. You're like, what?
Yeah, no, man. I'm just curious. Well, honestly, I met Goose in person. I thought he was the coolest dude. Honestly, that guy is the class act coolest character. Especially, I mean, personally, I think he's the coolest dude on or classiest dude on the NFA on the NFA squad. But boy, you see his
Ronnie's
tight
gonna
shirt
come
with his tight checkered pants, bro, and his muscles popping out that thing. It was, bro, you'd say the same thing. Anyway,
Oh shit.
yo, yeah, so I felt bad, bro. I felt bad that, you know, he said that. I was like, God, what just happened? Because I don't take anything as a YouTuber. I don't take anything too serious at all. I take it all data as all feedback. So I be getting the whole like, what's the Asian crypto Tiger Woods Cowboys is talking about today? You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't bother me. It doesn't. Yeah, I'm good with it. So yeah,
That's some
I'm
funny
that dude
shit.
that's just kind of instigating, antagonizing, all that kind of stuff. But hey, if it's that issue, dead issue. Oh, CeeLo, by the way, is another cool cat. I need to have him on the stream sometime.
CeeLo.
I need to have CeeLo on the CeeLo. We'll have to set up and hook up again. Winner gets Jake Paul. Bro, don't joke about Jake Paul. Jake Paul's the
Yeah,
you
I'm not going crazy.
have you guys seen his fights? Do you guys
Yeah.
watch boxing or follow that at all?
He's still fighting little interesting cats, some old people, but
All right,
hopefully-
we'll talk
Yeah.
CMTs, but I could talk fighting, boxing, MMA. I could talk that all day. So don't get me on that whole train. But yeah, let's talk more CNFT trades. So Gully, you went and you showed us a couple of these. What is this? Like some ghosting and goofy gophers, ghost chain and goofy gophers. If you guys are checking this out, these might be good plays. Gully is obviously not offering financial advice. These are just things that he's looking at. Esco, Warden, you guys looking at any other small plays at all?
Warden, go ahead.
Just a nice little small play I had in like the last week and a half or so was Wild Things, Thad, who we had on the stream about a little over a month ago now. They just had a nice little release of a nice little like mass listing thing in their project. So their floor went from about 200, 250. It jumped up to almost 450. Now I think it's around 300, just a little under that now.
288 here. Wild Things, yeah. Thad was unfortunately we get to meet him at TNFTCon, but yeah, real cool guy on the channel. So they had like a release or something?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure when Thad was on, he was kind of talking about like that sniping tool a little bit. And so then now you have to have at least 4 tanks to be able to have access to that. And so that's what caused a lot of the rise for it, because people were accumulating more tanks. They saw that this new tool was coming out in the project, so it jumped to about 450. And I had a couple of them, so I sold one, took a nice little profit of about 158. So
I might want to check out how that's demoed, or I might have to buy some tanks and then try that out. So I hate that I'm saying like I want to have to go buy some tanks. like he's hacking my speech right now. It's funny. So yeah, I like utility. So okay.
Some projects that my favorite projects right now, man, is the milk project. That's by far my favorite my favorite project. And then the Elsa Jean Triple X. That's fire. I mean, we got Blake from JPG talking about it. We got Ann Maker talking about it. You know, I think Warden just got a little red. What's that?
I have no idea what this. Get me banned. I have zero idea what this is.
Gonna get me bad.
Bro, don't put me on something that's gonna channel, bro.
No.
What are you talking about?
No, it's real shit.
Look at that 100 collection right now.
It's real shit, bro. It's hilarious.
What am I looking up here?
Just type in milk.
Yeah. We recently had a run-in with milk and shit.
This thing?
Being that he's the Ruggable exchange, you know what I mean? These are becoming his more favorite projects.
Yeah. So this project came out with 100 RPs collection. I mean, when it came,
why is Wild Things in the
I think it's
just a cash problem that JPEG was having the past couple weeks. Yeah.
So the Mill project came out with 100 assets. It was a reverse Dutch auction raffle style. So you like kind of submitted to the raffle, and if you were selected, you got to mint. And it was a Dutch auction, so the price increased as they were minted. And yeah, it went down, and they minted successfully. I liked them. I wanted to mint one. I thought they're really cool, unique art and everything. And
I'm looking at milk cartons, bro.
Yeah, after they minted, then I don't know where they like got real fast with trying to mint a 10,000 collection.
Yeah.
10,000 collection for 208 or something like that overnight. So I kind of, me and a bunch of other people just kind of scrutinized it. Like, 10,000 times 200 is upwards of 2 million ADA. And for that to come out of nowhere overnight, it raised a lot of eyebrows. So long story short, it was scrutinized fairly hard, and kind of the foundation fell from under them, and some drama happened, because in reality, with a 57 line white paper, you can't really try and justify a fundraiser of 2 million ADA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 7 lines, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. But the art of the 100
love letters that are longer than that.
Dude, straight up. And that's what I found really weird, that it was like, dude, you're shooting for 2 million, and your white paper is only 57 lines. It was crazy to me, So long story short, the Discord, oh my God, that whole shit became a shit show. The founder said that he had to go on a 2-week vacation and all this.
Get out. Yeah, right. A 2-week vacation.
I swear to God. But when he comes back, he's gonna issue refunds. Don't worry.
Supposedly.
So
we're gonna issue free ADA refunds. What is this? Is this right now? Is this a current thing?
This is a current thing. It's happening right now.
Are you? What?
You got the latest and greatest news, bro. We live in this.
Yeah.
So this is going on.
So this dude just thinks that 2 million is going to pop out onto his lab. He's going to take 10% off of the rent in his pocket, and he's just going to take 2 weeks off on the Bahamas to cruise, and then.
Well, that's what it seems like, right? Like how is it you're going to take
create the milk farm? The milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and the yard is empty. You know what I'm saying?
It was brutal. It was crazy, man. This conversation can go for a really long time. I mean, we obviously don't have all day, but that was the most recent fiasco that we had in the community. And I was like yelling from the top of the rooftops, man, being like, "Yo, this shit right here don't add up." You know what I mean? And I think some people listened and some people didn't, and I think we also saved a lot of people a lot of ADA for sure.
That's good. Jeez Louise. So that these like plays are just been like plays about just random freaking cash grabs and stuff like that.
I think that it's crazy when you've been in this space for over a year, right? If you were here in the bull market, you've been able to see how good some people are at launching projects. If you can almost tell when somebody has launched a project before, because they are so swift with it. You know what I mean? It's like they're really good at it. Like everything seems to just swiftly move. They're really engaging. They selectively do this and that. And I remember, I got rugged a few times in the past, whether it was slow rugs or fast rugs. Now I see that pattern. If it's too good to be true, I literally like take a step back and I'm like, I don't care if the engagement is there for me to do a flip. I'm really going to hit it. You know what I mean? I'm going to scrutinize it. And if they have all the right answers, you know what I mean? And they actually have the foundation to justify what it is that they're trying to go after, then it makes sense. Prove me wrong. You know what I mean? But if it's moving this like really swiftly and it's just all this shit, I'm just like, and then when you ask them the hard questions, they crumble. Then it just shows that, you know what I mean? They're just really good on the surface, enticing you with gains and the greed that NFTs feed into you for you to fall for it. So it's crazy.
I got 2 questions, and then we'll get to the last game of Hangman. I'm not sure if the long questions or not.
What's that?
First of all, JPEG junkies. Like I said, I met DZ. Seemed like a cool dude. But what you think? What's your reaction?
Who wants to start? Who wants to start?
About JPG junkies?
Yeah.
You go ahead, Esco. You take this one.
Yeah, Esco, you got that.
Well, Okay, let's divide this question a little bit, because obviously the founders are bringing attention into their ecosystem, and that brings liquidity. That, you know what I mean, gets eyes on the things. I think that Cardano, regardless whether we like BitBoy and them or not, Cardano needed some people like them with loud mouths, with the marketing and the shit,
Oh,
right?
boy.
Cardano needed that shit bad, you
Oh,
know.
boy.
So that part is good.
Okay.
When it comes to the NFT part, it's like, I think it's very opportunistic. I think it's very like, I've been in the spaces for a year and a half, or a year and 3 months or something, and I didn't see Dizzy or BitBoy or even heard of them in a positive light towards Cardano until probably 3 months ago or something like that, 2.5 months ago. And then, they show up when the liquidity is here and bring some liquidity with them. You know what I mean? So I think that they're really in tune with how the flow of funds moves, and they see opportunity here, and they're here to capitalize. So they have projects in Ethereum, they have a project in Solana apparently, and they have a project in Cardano now. It makes sense why this 3-chain integrated marketplace is now a thing, because they have projects in all 3 chains, and they're going into, what makes them money. That's ultimately why we're on here. So JPG Junkies is as much as I personally don't like how grifty some people are, I guess I'll leave it at that.
Grifty. What's that word? I'm a lizard brain here.
Grifty.
Use a simpler word for me.
Opportunist, I guess.
Okay. I'd actually say that they've loved Cardano for a long time. I followed them for a while. I'm not trying to defend them. I'm just trying to set what I see as the record straight. They've loved Cardano for a long time, but Cardano's a new system. I don't know. I'll let you to your own opinions there, but at least they've had a whole history of videos coming out very positive light of Cardano. That's just my opinion.
I'm gonna have to do some back check history on this, because I personally, I hadn't seen them in the spaces or tweeting about Cardano as active.
No, they
as
wouldn't
they
be
are
in the
now.
spaces like that. I don't think they're more not the NFT ecosystem, more like the chain. So like they'd be into Mel, they'd be into all these other projects on Cardano, not just NFTs. So yeah, I don't think they were in the NFT space at all. Like, I've loved Cardano for a very long time, but I just recently got into the NFT space. So something like that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're shining the light on the viability of the Cardano ecosystem as a whole, NFTs, DeFi, all of that. I mean, I can't really see it being a terrible thing. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's going to be people that come in with more attention, comes more liquidity, and with more of that comes the scammers and the ruggers and all that kind of stuff. So yes, it gets a little bit more dangerous sometimes, but this is what we've been asking for as people from Cardano. We've been saying, oh, wait till the liquidity comes in, wait till the volume starts to increase. Well, it's coming, so be careful what you wish for, because
you get everything.
Come back and burn you for it.
Yeah, it's a tsunami. You get the good with the bad. It's just liquidity, right? And the actors have liquidity, and however they want to move with it is they're sharks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so
exactly
just like you and me, you know what I mean? We're the same ones. If we're moving into VeChain, that has a less liquidity pool than Cardano, and we're going to be picking out some of these projects as well. So it's just doing.
Ultimately, the reality of the situation is, I'm sticking around in this bear market to make someone my exit liquidity in the bull market. That's
right. That's actually right. It's a blood sport.
True.
We're in a blood sport. If anyone's watching, it ultimately is a one-man game. It's ultimately a one-man sport. Is that when you could trade in teams, but when you step into the arena, you're stepping in by yourself. And when you trade, you open up a trade and you close out a trade, and this is either in coins or NFTs, that you are taking someone else's liquidity. And what you exactly just said is exactly right. When you exit out, you are exiting out of someone else's liquidity, and hopefully your bags are bigger than when you entered into the arena for. And so this is blood sport. So best of luck to everyone here, and I think it's better to do it. It's just a big sport. It's just a big arena, so you could do it with pairs. If we all got together, 20 of us, we still couldn't really. Well, we probably could move a few markets, but not the whole thing. You know what I mean? So, Yeah, that's for sure. What's your thoughts, Ethan, on JPG Junkies?
I mean, I'm just interested to see where the project goes because I mean, in the description you see that it says more will be revealed. Personally, I'm not willing to sell a kidney for a JPEG picture, but you know, it is what it is. So I
Gotcha.
don't know much about the project, but I mean, I know a little bit about the people behind it, and I know that they have a nice little following too. So
Fair. That's very fair. I just want fair assessments from you guys. All right, Esco, back to you. You said something interesting. There's some people that really are good at launching projects. I'm curious to know your opinion on how do you rate yourself on launching your project?
Oh my
Like,
God.
out of 10,
It
is
is
it
such a learning curve.
yeah, out of 10, what would you grade yourself 10 being the best?
Right now, I would say like 4 as I build,
Interesting.
to be really honest. I think that once I have a product and a service, then I can actually assess how to unpack all of that. You know, it's difficult to unpack something that is fairly intricate to people with really short attention spans. Like, you know, the NFT space, you know, people don't like to read white papers for the most part. So
Yeah.
I found my,
I really don't.
you know what I'm saying?
Honest.
So for example, what I'm doing right now is like, okay, I found out that people don't really like to read. So I'm having an animation made of the little ecosystem that I'm developing. So that way you can watch a 30-second, 1 minute long video and see, you know, from point A to point B, sort of how it works, you know? So yeah, just learning. I think I'm at a 4. There's definitely some things that are going to improve, but that's the beauty of pre-building. You know what I mean? Once I have my product and my service, then I can actually bring on people for awareness and marketing and those type of things.
Got it. Okay, well, I think we're excited to learn more about your project as it comes out, especially when you're able to roll out the features and telling me the full story of things. I want to know what the heck that means. I really was trying there, so I'm glad that you're able to come on, guys. It's been a wonderful night. We've got one last piece of business to do, and that is, of course, Hangman for the last opportunity token. We've got a 7-letter word here. I promise not to mess it up this time. From left to right, Gully, please start us off here.
A.
Gully, you are on a roll today, brother. you are. I think you're. You've always hit, actually. So I think it's inaccurate.
I'm gonna go with Y.
Why are you wrong? That's what I'm asking.
Dang.
Why are you wrong?
I'm gonna go with a C.
See you later. Go ahead, Gully.
I'll go with an S.
Oh my goodness, the first one here. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. Another ski mask dude from
Another ski
Rugged.
mask. I'm gonna go with an N.
An N. Nope. And for
I'm just terrible tonight.
that's not good. It's not good.
Go with an E.
E. I need to keep switching back and forth to make sure that I don't.
What the heck?
Man, the ski mask is getting bad, dude. Go ahead, Gully.
I'll go with U.
Oh yeah, you are correct, sir.
Ruggables a guess
Not
in
it. Close,
Dang.
but not it. Or not. It's not actually close. So it's not even. No.
Is T on there? I got to get on the board eventually.
To know.
All right.
T is not on there.
It's probably not a name.
Let's go with a B.
A B. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Bro, your iPad disappeared.
Uh-oh. What is happening to my iPad? Hold on, my bad, guys. Oh, you know what? I unsynced it. My bad, guys. My fat finger.
Nah, he knew we were getting close.
Right.
There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, boom. We are back, baby.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead, Gully.
No.
Not who? Did you just guess durable, Curly? Buyable
I'll
is
say,
a
I'll
great,
say L. I'll say
that's
L.
that's
a great guess, but there's no
guess.
E. There's no
That is
E.
not it though. That is a
I'll
great
say
guess.
L.
L for losers, guys. You guys
Wow.
are losers here.
Wow.
We'll keep it going because we need to give this away. I'm gonna keep drawing traits. Negative special cowboy traits.
I don't even know what to guess at this point, dog.
Right? It's a weird ass word.
Yeah,
This is a hard
I thought
word.
it was gonna be. Yeah, it's not jazz though. So
Bam! Oh, 1, 2, 3 champion.
Bubba Boo.
that's crazy.
Oh, wait a minute.
How is it Bubba Boo? No way, Aaron. No way.
So not Bugaboo, Bugaboo. Sorry, I misread it. I'm so sorry. 1, 2, 3 champion. Bugaboo did
I
resin.
would have never figured that out.
Too elite. Nope, not at all.
Never when I thought
honestly,
of Bubba
Is that an actual word?
Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Look it up, bro.
I need to know what this means.
Hold on. Let me see this. Let me see this
Bugaboo.
word. Hold on.
An object of
Bugaboo.
fear or alarm.
Here we go.
Bugbear. That's crazy.
That's a bugaboo.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
You should know that, Esco. You're
I was gonna say
That's for you, brother. This is for
hilarious.
you. This is it,
Right.
brother.
Yeah, I got one right in front of me.
That's right. All right. So 1, 2, 3. My bad, dude. It's it's not bugaboo. Resin got it. He got it first. So congratulations, Resin. Of course, he is on the all-time greats of winners here. I really appreciate it. So William LeClaire is still hanging out with us. I need to get you on Discord. Resin, I already got you on Discord. 1, 2, 3. I appreciate you being a good sport about this. And I'm so glad I met you, by the way, on CNFT Con. I'm so glad I met a whole bunch of people on CNFT Con. It was really good, big pleasure. So guys, first of all, I really want to thank the guests, Gully, Ethan, and Esco for joining us. Esco, thanks for being in the hot seat with us. I know that you were able to sustain any kind of questions that you have. Can't wait to see more from Ruggable. Ethan and Gully, do you guys have any parting thoughts? Otherwise, I'm going to kick it back to Esco for the last comments here. But as far as the markets or what to get into or last tips, anything like that?
I think we're still going to see some residual pumps happening from the profit taking going on with that massive wave we saw in CNFTs. And I think we might have about another month of some fun, and then maybe it'll be time to sort of calm down and just wait for things to settle and maybe invest in projects that you actually see building.
You think the floor of apes are going to go down from here?
Yeah, I think that's possible. I think they could see in the 7s.
Okay. 7s? That's still high compared to their like 1800 floor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see them getting much lower than say 6,500. I would say that would be the absolute lowest I could see it going down. It's definitely possible because when it has such a meteoric rise, it's going to have a big fall as well.
Sure.
So I can definitely, I mean, I can see about 6,500 would be the absolute lowest I'd see it going down. If you see anything 7,500 or lower, I think it's a fine buy.
Yeah. Good deal, especially with a cabin in tow. Those cabins 10x, which is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I sold one. I sold a
I'm like near
10x,
like 8, 9x, honestly. So those are good. I sold too early, but I'm glad I still locked in some profits. Ethan, you got any parting thoughts for us
I always got some great parting thoughts. So I'm just start off. Scared money doesn't make money, guys. It's never too late to start investing. It's never too late to start learning. Do your own research, of course. Make sure you ask questions. I mean, there's plenty of people in the space, and it's really important that you always just grow and expand your mind because learning and growing is the most important thing you can do in life.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Ethan, especially when we were having a conversation on how to play on different chains earlier.
sir.
So this man is always on the hunt, expanding his tool palette here. Esco,
Trying my
I
best.
want to thank you for joining us today as well, showing off Ruggable Me. Can't wait to see more. Do you have any other parting thoughts for us before we go and click off?
Yeah, even though I'm building a project that is to help mitigate your losses and create a second layer of value for your rugs, I don't want to see you there. So do your own research. If you're going to be trading in such a fast moving environment, you know, from 1 hour can make a big difference. Make sure that you're really attentive to your investments, whether you call them investments or just whatever. You know, that your fate can change in a matter of hours. So pay attention to your money. If you weren't one of the winners, go to Ruggable Me and get an opportunity token there. They're available right now.
Thank you guys so much for checking out the stream. Thanks so much for the guests. Check out all the links down in the description down below. I'm out hitting my hat here. I'm going to fix my camera for next time, and we'll see you guys on the next CNFT Tuesday. Thanks so much. We'll see you later.